Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we'll be discussing the strength of boxing in Lookism. Before we get into the video, I want to say thanks for the recent support. The milestone of 200 subscribers is something I never thought I'd be able to achieve. I mean, 100 subscribers is crazy, but 200 is just insane. And I'm grateful for every single subscriber we get, so thank you so much, guys. As a little reward, many of you guys may or may not have noticed, but I put a little community poll up, which was all about what you guys wanted to see next, and the strength of boxing won. So, that's what we're doing in today's video. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Boxing is a combat sport where two opponents engage in a contest of strength, speed, and endurance. The aim of boxers is to land punches while avoiding being hit. Boxers are renowned for their gloves, the big red ones, or whatever colour you want, because in modern day boxing, boxers have chosen different colours, but I like the traditional red glove. I don't know about you guys, you should let me know in the comments. And, of course, the boxing ring in which they fight. As you guys probably know, it is a sport with rich history, and its popularity stems across the globe, both professionally and as an amateur pursuit. It requires physical conditioning, as well as strategy, skill, and mental toughness, which if you look at all the top boxers in the world like Floyd Mayweather and Ryan Garcia, well maybe a bit less of the Ryan Garcia as he did get absolutely destroyed by the tank, but they all show these feats. Now, more specifically, within Lookism, boxing's strength is best shown through Zack, the loser. However, don't let this nickname put you off. He has actually accomplished many great feats, but the main ones coming to mind are his destruction of Johan in the first affiliate, and the fact he destroyed Megami Kenta in the Hunt for Big Deal arc. Throughout the story, Zack switches between multiple different styles of boxing. He begins as an outboxer. During this period, we see him show great strength. For example, when he had to fight a member of the God Dog Old Boys and dismantled him. After continuously losing to the top tiers while using this style, Zack switches to his style of dirty boxing. And in my opinion, this is where we first start to see the true strength of boxing. Like, he accomplished some feats in Lookism with his outboxing, but this is where we get to start seeing the real deal. This style is linked to Zack's loss of confidence, and it eventually leads to him beginning to self-loathe, and his body is describing as burning up. This is represented through a blue streak appearing on his left eye, which is now known as heat mode. It's very similar to that of Eli's animalistic instincts or Vasco's runner's high, and even, to an extent, Jake's family mode. Like, bro is literally Whitebeard. This switch up in the style led to a huge power boost. This is exemplified through Zack giving Mandiok a run for his money. I mean, in the end he did get absolutely destroyed, but it represents that even in the upper echelon of fighters, boxing as a style can hold his own. And this is boxing and no other style, because Zack, quite stubbornly so, wanted to stick to boxing. Within this style, Zack utilizes techniques such as headbutts and pivot blows, also known as spinning back fists, which me as a martial artist can confirm are devastating attacks. Like a spinning back fist, you can get so much power on that, it is insane and underrated, to be honest. These, while taking more of a Street Fighter approach, still show that boxing can keep up with other martial arts, if used situationally. Like, boxing, outboxing, or dirty boxing isn't going to be very helpful if you're fighting someone who does jiu-jitsu. Well, outboxing might be a bit more helpful, but dirty boxing won't, because if they get a hold of you, they'd get you in a joint lock. That's GG's. But if you find it in the right situation, then it can be devastating. As seen through him some situations, and creating his own situations to deal some serious damage to Mandiok. And Mandiok at this stage in the story is a summit which no other character has really been able to get to, really. His capoeira is insane. And in Lookism, maybe not in real life, because in my opinion it's more of a dance, but definitely in Lookism, it is a top tier martial art used by the likes of James Lee and Mandiok. And quite rightly so, is an extremely strong martial art. So the fact that a martial art which is not in the real world, but in Lookism a bit more underrated, like boxing, being overlooked by martial arts like Muay Thai and kickboxing, being able to hold its own, is definitely a feat worth noting, and something you must consider when ranking and appraising martial arts within the story. After eventually losing to Mandiok, can we get a rip in the chat? He goes up into the mountains during the time skip to train with Gongshop Ji, a first generation king. This, monk, teaches him a new style, which is called Iron Boxing, the style of Gongshop Ji, one of the strongest of the first generation. This focuses on being able to deal with and dish out heavy amounts of damage. When Zack, Daniel and Vasco arrive after the training arcs during the Hunt for Big Deal arc, Boxing strength is again shown through him being able to deal heavy damage to Mandyok and punch Megami Kenta so hard. I felt when reading that it was going to go straight through him. Like in that panel, oh my god. I felt so bad for Megami, bro. That guy gets absolutely clowned on in any situation he's in. But it was good revenge, so can't argue with facts. Now, that's Zack Lee done, but some smaller examples of boxing strength can be seen through Daniel, using it as his original style in early Lookism because it's the first style he really learns. During this, we see him take down fighters like Vasco and Logan, who use Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu. Again, showing that boxing is on par with martial arts which are regarded in the highest of tiers. So, proving again that boxing is an extremely strong martial art and potent when used in the right situations. Although, it would be unfair if we didn't talk about boxing's shortcomings. Obviously, boxing has no groundwork or kicks. So, how could we work on this? Well, first off, you can look at kickboxing, which is a great example of how they've combined kicks and punches. But if you combine boxing with something like wrestling and judo and taekwondo, it could become one of the best skill sets and make a person into the deadliest weapon they can be. But I'm very curious to see what you guys think boxing would work the best with and how you could turn boxing into the most devastating martial art, so please let me know in the comments. More than happy to hear. But before I conclude the video, I want to express martial arts are mainly strong because of their practitioners. This is something I've been debating with you guys in the comments. And it is not the martial art itself. This is evident through boxing being extremely overpowered in early Lookism through Daniel using it, but when Zack used it, he got folded, which shows that martial arts are only as strong as the practitioner using them. So, for example, say OG Daniel or UI Daniel used Wing Chun, and I don't know, Geo Park used Muay Thai, who's gonna win? Exactly, UI Daniel. And that's not because of the martial art, it's because of the practitioner. And it could be the same vice versa. So stop overlooking, in quotations, weaker martial arts just because they look bad because of bad practitioners. Nevertheless, boxing strength is extremely potent within Lookism and within a street situation. This can be seen in the real world through boxers like Iron Michael and Muhammad Ali using boxing skills outside the ring to run circles around their doubters. Anyways, that's all we have time for in today's video. Quickly, before I conclude everything with a big shebang, I want to hear what you guys think about the strength of boxing and Lookism. Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to see more, make sure to like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a great week. Peace.